Today I will be showing you how to make tuna lasagna, for which the ingredients I have here are. In the dry ingredients I have less than half teaspoon of a teaspoon of oregano, less than half teaspoon of rosemary, less than half teaspoon of black pepper powder, and a teaspoon of salt. Apart from this, I have here the dry ingredients, Indian dry ingredients. If you like to add, you can add, otherwise you can just omit them. I have here less than half teaspoon of cumin powder, less than half teaspoon of coriander powder, and a pinch of garam masala powder. For making the red sauce, I have here 1 tablespoon of tomato ketchup, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of oil, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste with basil, and 3 tablespoons of tomato paste without basil. 1 medium-sized chopped tomato, 1 medium-sized chopped bell pepper, 1 medium-sized chopped onion, and I'll be using in this process 2 large tins of tuna. Here I have mozzarella cheese, that's around 200 grams, and spinach leaves. Some spinach leaves I'll be using, and I'll be using in this fresh lasagna stripes, and so you don't have to soak them in water or boil them in water. Apart from this, we'll be making the white sauce, for which the ingredients are. For white sauce, I have here less than half teaspoon of salt, a cube of butter, that's around 5 to 10 grams, a tablespoon of maize flour, a tablespoon of mayonnaise, 2 egg yolks, ricotta cheese, and milk. So let's get started with the process. First thing, we are going to just take a bowl, and we're going to start preparing the white sauce, for which I'm going to add this maize flour, all of it, and I'm going to add in some milk, and I'm going to just make a paste out of it. Now the maize flour has been very nicely dissolved and there are no lumps, so we can go to the next process. So here I'm just going to heat the pan, and I'm going to add to it some amount of milk. Maybe I'm using total a cup of milk. Now in this I'll be adding the egg yolk. I'm just going to mix this continuously. After mixing it continuously, see you don't have any egg yolks or lumps of them. Now I'm going to add to it the maize flour mixture. Just keep on whisking it, stirring it continuously, and I'm going to add now the salt and the butter. Just slow down the flame and continuously keep on mixing it. Now this is on low flame, I'm mixing it continuously, and we're going to wait and mix this continuously till it's a bit thickened, and we have to whisk it continuously so that we don't have any lumps in it. We want a really smooth and nice sauce. Now you can see that it is really nice and thickened. So I'm just going to turn this off, and we are going to take this back into the bowl. Now let this cool a little bit. This is too hot to add in the ricotta cheese and the mayonnaise. Alright, after some time, we're going to add in around 200 grams of ricotta cheese and mix this really nicely, and also mayonnaise. And mix this all well. So here the white sauce is done. Now let's get started in making the main sauce, that is the red. We're going to start by just heating our pan. Alright, we're going to add to it olive oil first. And chopped garlic. Along with that, I'll be adding chopped onions too. We're going to just give this a stir. Let this cook for half a minute or a minute on a medium flame. Now I'll be adding cloves, the capsicum, that is the bell pepper. Just give it a stir and add to it the tomatoes. Let this cook for a minute or two on a medium flame. Now I'm going to add to it our main ingredient, that is the tuna. Now we'll be adding the dry ingredients, that is the salt, the black pepper powder, oregano, rosemary, and the optional spices, that is the cumin, coriander and garam masala powder. Just mix this well. Now after mixing it well, we're going to add the final, that is the sauces, the basil and tomatoes paste. So they have a little bit of crushed basils in this. You'll find the plain tomato paste. Doesn't consist anything, just a plain tomato paste. And tomato sauce, if you wish, you can add a little bit of water to it. I'm going to add around less than half a cup, you can say around 4 tablespoons of water, and just let this simmer for around 5 minutes on medium flame, and then we're going to take this out. So just let me add some water. Now I've added around 4 to 5 tablespoons of water in it. I'm going to let this simmer for 5 minutes, and then we're going to start building the lasagna. Last 2 minutes I have lit this, and then I'm going to turn this off. Just going to turn this off now. Get this lid. Yeah, the sauce is ready, so I'm just going to get the sauce into this bowl. Right, so I have filled this up with the sauce. I'm just going to keep this aside. I'm going to get the baking dish. Here's the baking dish. So we're just going to start layering and building the lasagna. Alright, so very first I'm going to add in the white sauce. Just a tiny bit. with the tomato sauce, or you can say the red sauce, lasagna sauce. Alright, and I'm going to add in the fresh lasagna stripe. Here it goes. I'm going to do it. I've not added the cheese down there, I mean the mozzarella cheese. I'm going to start building the mozzarella cheese, adding the mozzarella cheese from now. And of course also the spinach I'll be adding in between. Here we are. All I'm going to do is add in the mozzarella and the spinach leaves. I'm going to just layer them this way. Just layer the spinach leaves. This looks really nice in lasagna, the spinach leaves, especially fish lasagnas when you're making. And I'm going to add a little bit of mozzarella more to it and a little bit of sauce on top of it, just a bit, and layer it with the next lasagna stripe. So again, the white sauce, then the red one, then the mozzarella, and then the spinach leaves, and then a little bit of mozzarella and red sauce. So this is how we're going to layer it. So I'll just do that and we'll be back. Now here is the last layer that I have done. I'm just going to pull this up this way and just going to add the last one with the little bit of left sauce and a lot of cheese. I have added quite a lot of cheese on top, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of oregano. If you want to, you can. It really smells very nice with it. I'm just going to add to it a little bit of oregano and a little bit of rosemary. Alright. Okay, so this is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the baking paper and not the foil or anything, aluminum foil. I'm just going to bake this, leaving it like that in the oven for at 190 degrees for around 20 to 25 minutes. Alright, so I'll see you after 20 to 29 minutes when it is slightly baked. Alright, so here it is. It's done. I have baked this for 30 minutes and not 20 at 190 degrees. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.